It is almost time to plant some seeds, so we got to get ready. Hey folks, welcome back to the Rockin' Sea Homestead. My name is Lance. I want to welcome you to our channel. And it is almost gardening season time. So this weekend, after a lot of looking at calendars and kind of looking at all of our seedling or all of our seeds to see when they kind of map out of when we need to plant versus when we need to, have them in the ground and when they come to full life, all those kind of things. This weekend is the time that the majority of them have to be seeded inside. So last year, we used a similar system that we're going to be using this year with the baker's rack, some lights. But we're going to tweak it a little bit. We learned a few things that we didn't really like all that much. One of them was we got longer lights, so one light's going to fit all the way across it. Last year we got some shorter lights, and we used kind of two to kind of get all of it. Just didn't like that very much because it kind of stuck out. It just wasn't a good deal. Also, we had little cups, like little plastic cups, and we got a little bit bigger cups this year. You guys will see a lot more of this on our next video when we actually go through planting our seedlings. So make sure you stay tuned. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, there'll be a button right down there. Click on that, ring that bell so you get notified when that video comes out. But on this video, we're going to start putting this together, get the lights all set up. So this weekend, all we have to do is fill the cups, put the seeds in, water them, and we're good to go. So the first thing we're going to do is get this baker rack out of the box. So this baker rack's about 48 inches by 72 inches, so about 4 foot by 6 foot, and it's a 350 pound capacity. We're not going to even come close to that. We do have wheels that we got separately for it. They just screw into the bottom. It is a must. We've measured out what the wheels and this height would be so we can get through any of the doors in our house. If we want to take this whole thing outside when it's nice and warm, kind of harden off some of the plants, we can do that. And we done this on the one we did last year, and it was great, just moving around, super easy. You don't have to worry about scratching the floor, those kind of things. But these are super easy to put together, really no tools really required. The hardest thing is just getting that first one set. Once that's set, everything else just falls into place. So if you do decide to get one of these baker's rack, there's a whole bunch of little black rings that are fitted in these things. You don't need those. However, you do get bags of little black half plastic pieces, and those are going to be very, very important because that's what actually attaches to the legs and goes in these holes to actually stop it from moving down. But when you are installing this, you can install these things up or down, so to speak. So if you do it this way, you kind of have a lip, everything just sits in it. Or you can put it this way, and it's just a flat. That's the way we prefer it. Again, it's up to you however you want to do it. All right, so these are the lights we got. We got 4-foot lights. They're full spectrum LED, kind of that purplish color light, as you guys can see here. We'll flip on one of them. And it gives, this is just one light. It's kind of even angled right there. But it gives a full, quite a bit of a layout for the light. So I think there's plenty of light coming out. Now this is a little bit further away from that bottom. We kind of separated these on different kind of what we were planting. So we had kind of thought maybe that this is going to be for the tomatoes. And for us, unfortunately, we can't have it super low to the ground because our cats will get in here and eat them, those little devils. So they have to be up a little bit higher for them. Our cats are old, they don't like to climb too much. So, and then we have some other things that are going to go here, and then maybe some storage up top. So we have, I think we've got 6 lights all together. So we're not going to use all the lights, but it's always good to have a couple extras even for our other one if we need to use them. But the good thing about these style is they're all LED. You can run them off one switch. They can all kind of daisy chain together. And so as you can see on this side, so it has like a little 3-prong. And then this has a 3-prong. So you just connect that in there. And I'll just turn that on for a second. Flip the main switch. And now we have 2 lights. And we're going to just zip tie these up in the middle. It's going to look something like that. So this bad boy is ready to go. And you see we got all the lights on and everything trimmed up. So one thing I do want to talk about is, you know, we're not a big farmer or anything like that. We're just trying to grow vegetables for me and my wife and our family and friends or whoever may get some of our goodness after we grow them. And this is something we think anybody can do. You know, we wasted so much of our lives not growing it because we talked ourselves out of, oh, we couldn't grow this because of this reason or that reason. Don't fall into that trap. Anybody can make this, probably less than 150 bucks for a brand new rack with the wheels and the lights. All these descriptions of the products will be down below in our description. And most of this stuff was ordered from Amazon. We did get this from Lowe's, I do believe. But you know, other than that, most of those people have access to that. You could probably order this from Lowe's online, and the wheels as well. All get delivered and get it set up. It took us maybe 20-30 minutes if we were just doing it straight from start to finish. But again, you know, we're just trying to grow healthy vegetables for the wife and I and the family. So, you know, we have something good to eat and be more self-sufficient. So that's what we're all about. So hopefully you guys feel a little motivated and say, I think this is something I can start indoors myself, because we don't have a greenhouse or cold frames or any of that kind of stuff. This is what we have. We're going to start these inside until about, you know, late April, 1st of May, and then we'll take them outside, get them planted. We'll take them out at the middle of April, somewhere in there to harden them off, and we'll talk more about what that means as we go along in this process. If you're new to gardening, this is our 2nd year of really gardening, so I know there's a lot of terms people throw out that you may not know, but we will definitely get to all those terms. And make sure that you're come back and watch our next video on how to plant the seeds. That's going to be our next one, and this baby will actually get used, and it'll get used for the next 2 months. But for those that came back and watched the video all the way to the end at this point, thank you guys very much. And hey, if you haven't already subscribed, click that button, ring that bell. You know the story. Hey, leave us some comments. How do you guys start your seeds inside or wherever you start them? And if you think of anything that we need to add or change, let us know. We'd love to hear your feedback. We do answer all the comments, so please leave those down below for us. And of course, we are on Instagram and Facebook. Those links are down below. And from our homestead to yours, have a great night, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.